Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is all about the story of real Annabelle. In 1970, two nurses from Hartford Hospital lived in Hartford, Connecticut. One of the nurses' name was Donna. She grew up liking dolls, so her mom gifted her a doll even if she was 28. Donna used to treat the doll like a person. She had put bracelet on its hand, she used to talk with it and even get breakfast for it. One morning when Donna was talking with the doll, suddenly the doll's arms moved onto the table. Donna was like, "What's happening?" Her roommate said maybe the doll wants to tell us something. Then her roommate said one of her friends is a psychic, so let's call him. The psychic arrived that night and contacted with the doll. And he said that there is a spirit inside the doll and it's a 6 or 7 year old who was killed outside this apartment in an accident. And its name is Annabelle. These two nurses treated the doll really so special. But one day when she went to work leaving the doll on couch, but when she returned back it was on bed. The next day, purposely the nurse left doll's leg uncrossed, but when she returns home, it was crossed. Again another day, she found a piece of parchment paper under the bed, in which she saw somebody has written with crayons saying, "Help me." Now, the horrifying thing was that they didn't had any parchment paper or crayons in their apartment. Still, they didn't believe this is all because of the doll. They thought it's their owner who is messing up with them. So they made all the security measures and went to work. When they returned home, everything was perfect, but the doll's position was again changed. This made a little concern to them. And they concerned it the most when Lou, their friend, was sleeping on the couch at one end with the doll at the other end. Suddenly he woke up sweating and said the doll was crawling up my leg, got to my neck and started to strangle me to death. Then he threw the doll away. After throwing, he noticed there were 7 wounds on his body. Everybody freaked out and didn't know what to do. They understood it wasn't a 6-year-old for sure. They called a priest, but the priest said it would be better if you call Warren, who knows all the supernatural stuff. Then Warren came over the house and talked to the girls as it's in the movie. Warren took the doll with him and kept it in his occult museum. The priest visits the museum later and throws the doll away, while Warren warned him to not touch it. Therefore, while returning home, the priest ended up with an accident and he contacted Warren to tell about the incident. He said while driving the car, he saw the image of the doll on the mirror and went out of control. Another incident was when a 20-year-old visited the museum, though he was warned to not touch the doll, which was kept in a glass case, or think anything bad about the doll, he challenged the doll to make wounds on him. Immediately, he was sent out of the museum, and 3 hours later, he was dead. Because of all the strange and horrifying incidents happening by this doll, it was inspired to make horror movies on it. And that's how Annabelle got famous. If anybody wants to meet the real Annabelle, then you can visit Occult Museum because Annabelle actually exists.